Good morning and welcome back to my channel. So this can be a quick video, um, just a reaction to the last video that I posted. Of all the videos that I've posted before, I think this is probably the one that got the most reactions. Most people agreeing, some people challenging my thoughts on it, and I love it. Like the whole point, the whole reason why I do this is to create conversation, share my experiences, and create conversations, and also learn from other people. So I thought that with everything that I heard back from people and the questions that were asked, it was worth me coming back here to expand a little bit on some of my positions, maybe clarify some things that I said, and also share what other people were thinking when they listened to what I posted. So the first thing that people told me about the video was that they felt like I used a lot of analogy, and at some point they got lost between the house analogy and the people analogy, and they felt like um, it would be. They wish I was a little more straightforward as to what the point on some of the points that I was trying to make. So I decided I'm going to summarize those points today. And in summary, here's the three main points that I made. I said that I think that there are why, three factors why people um, are single for a while and are not able to find a partner. And all these factors are things that I've applied in my own life, things that have influenced me, and the learnings from my own experience. The first one is that I think sometimes when people are single, they don't make it known, and nobody knows you're single. And this may seem like such a small thing, but it's very important. So many people don't make it clear, don't make it known that they're single for whatever reason. And if people don't know that you're single, how are they supposed to approach you? How are they supposed to approach you? So letting people know that you're single, at least that's what I do. Letting people know you're single, posting it on your um, posting it on your social media pages, just making people aware of your status. That's one. And I think that's something that people underestimate, but it's very important because you never know who's looking, you never know who you're meeting, you never know who's asking questions about you. And it would be nice to just be aware of your status. That's one. The second thing is that even when people are single or when people know you're single, I think sometimes we make ourselves seem too mysterious. We make ourselves into a black box and we don't give people access to us. That's the second point. And if people don't have access to you, how are they supposed to interact with you? How are they supposed to learn about you? How are they supposed to gauge how good of a partner you could be? How are they supposed to? So there's access. Access. Sometimes we stay single because we don't give people access to us. That's simple. The third thing, which is the most controversial, and I understand why, is that we may be visible, we may give people access, but then what we want, the type of partner that we seek, offer a value that's superior to the value that we have to offer. And this is a very, very difficult thing to accept, very, very difficult thing to recognize. Is that if you've been single for a while, if you've been single for a while, then at some point you need to ask yourself the question of, am I delivering the value that I am seeking? As simple as that. As simple as that. And those are the three main points. That was concern number one. The second point that someone made to me was that they disagreed with me because they didn't agree with me suggesting that people should lower their standards in order to meet people, in order to find a partner. And to that point, which I think I can see how my message would come off as me saying you should lower your standards. But that's absolutely not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that the dating market is like trade by barter. That's how it is. It's about you're trying to trade with someone, and for them to trade with you, they have to feel like you're giving them equal or superior value. And if you keep trying to trade with people and nobody is trading with you, then it means that again, maybe the value that you have does not match the value that you're seeking in return from the people in front of you. And so I'm not saying to lower your standards. I am saying reevaluate yourself. Reevaluate yourself. That's what I'm saying. And again, this is the part that's difficult. This is the part that is hard to acknowledge. But we joke about it all the time. We joke about it all the time. But we're not all tens, you know. We're not all tens. We're not all nines. We're not all eights. There's some people that are excellent, that have everything going for them. That the best looking people, most successful career, most intelligent, whatever the case may be, those are tens. They have everything. But most of us are not tens. Most of us are not nines. Most of us are not eights. So all I'm saying is take time to assess, do some introspection and assess your actual value, your actual score. And like what I was explaining is that it's a factor of a lot of things. You may not be the most attractive by society standards. You may not be the most attractive, but there are other things that you can improve in your life that would help increase your value. And that's why understanding the things that increase your value and the things that decrease your value is crucial. So all I was explaining in that video was talking about there are things that increase your value, there are things that decrease your value. And by taking time to understand these things and making a plan to go after reducing the things that reduce your value and increasing the things that increase your value, you will increase your overall value. So if you make your assessment now and you're trying to go after people that are eights, and for some reason, none of them is interested in you, then maybe you're not an eight. Maybe you're a five. And that's okay. What matters is not where you are. What matters is what can you do to change that if you want to change it. And it's the difference between being idealistic and being realistic. You all have to be realistic. That's the difference. You can sit all day and say everything you want about what people are, what people are not. But the reality is that nobody, I believe, nobody sees value and walk away from it. Nobody sees value and walk away from it. So don't just sit back and blame the world for why things are not happening. Look at yourself and take action to change your value. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying to lower your standards. I'm just saying think about where you are, think about what you want, and make sure that if they're not aligned, that you take action to change that value. And the last thing that I got asked, this was from men and women, is as a man, what are some of the things that I have done personally to increase my value over time? And also as a woman and as a man, what are some of the things that I see in women or that I look for in women that has made them more valuable to me, that has given them value? And I'm going to make a separate video on these two topics where I will share my positions, my opinions on this, how I look at it, what are the things that I think make women valuable. And unlike what people think, sometimes it's the very, very, very Small things. It's the very small things that influence people's perception of us. It's the very small things. Small changes that we can make can go a long way. But the first step is acknowledging that maybe, just maybe, we overvalued ourselves. On that note, until next time.